3:23 even says that. It says, "For all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God." It doesn't say all but Bob. It doesn't say all but Micah. It says everybody. No one in this person, no one in this room, no one person is going to be perfect. So what I have done is I have taken this and I've broken it up into 6 different points. The first point being on how you can fully deny yourself and put yourself more towards God. Way 1 being by fully surrendering to the Lord daily. As a Christian, life will never be easy. It is said many times, even Jesus himself has said life will be hard. So, in John 16:33 it says, "I have told you these things so that you may have peace in me. In this world you will have troubles, but take heart, I have overcome the world." So life's going to be hard. We're going to face trials. We're going to face troubles. Everything's going to go not your way every once in a while. But we need to focus on the one thing that says, have peace in Him. He's won. He's already overtaken all the world. If we've read Revelation, we know He's coming back. We know He's already won. All we're waiting to do is for Him to come back. So if we just have peace in Him, life might be just a tiny bit easier to go through those hard times. Way 2 is by imitating Christ daily. No one, as I've already said, in here is perfect, so we are not able to be exactly like Christ. But we are called to be Christ-like. Key word there being like. We cannot be Christ, but we can be like Him. 1 John 2:6 says, "He who says he abides in Him ought himself also walk as He walked." So if we say we're a Christian, how come we're acting so far away from how Jesus would have acted? How come we're out here doing something so wrong and we know Jesus would have done the complete opposite? If we're going to say we're Christian, we should walk as close to that line of Jesus as we can. We should be, if someone is looking at us, we want them to see that's what a Christian is like. That's what I want to be like. They don't want to see that's a Christian, why would I ever want to be that? If you're over here partying, swearing, someone's going to see that and go, hey, they're a Christian. Why are they acting like that? That's something that I don't want to be. So we need to be over on Jesus' side more than anything else. Way 3, daily sacrifice for others. Now I'm going to go off on a limb here and say no one in here is going to willingly sacrifice themselves for crucifixion. But in our deeds is a way we can sacrifice ourselves. If we just act a certain way and it brings light to the glory of God, we will be sacrificing ourselves for others. If we say a friend needs help, you can go and help them. Or maybe it's someone you don't even know. You just see them, see they need help, stop and help them. That will be showing glory to God through our good deeds. Matthew 5:16 says, "In the same way, let your light shine before others so that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." So let others see the good you do so it glorifies what God's doing through you. Way 4 is by loving others. The Bible said on multiple occasions, God is love. He gave His Son to die for us so that He loved us that much. As we all know, John 3:16, "For God so loved the world, He gave His only begotten Son, that whoever believes in Him shall not perish but have everlasting life." But let's make that a little bit more personal to everybody in here. Take out the world and add your name. For God so loved Sarah. For God so loved Jay. Anyone in here can replace the world with their name. For God so loved you that much that He gave His Son to die for you so that you can be saved, so that you don't have to deal with torment. You can go up to heaven if you just believe in God and Jesus. Way 5 is probably one of the hardest ones. That's breaking away from sin. There is no possible way that in this world we can be 100% sinless. But we do need to try and stay away from the sins that we know are obvious. And if one thing to think about is, if you're a Christian, you're free from penalties of sin. John 8:36 says, so if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. You're not free from all of sin. You're not perfect. But you're not going to face the penalty that comes from the sin. God has forgiven you for that. And we just need to try and stay away from the sins that are obvious to us. If, say, someone's out partying and you notice they're not doing the right thing and they try to get you into it, that is the obvious sin. You should obviously stay away from that. But it's the little things that make it even harder to stay away from. Those little bits and pieces that you might not see coming, that you know are going to get you, that's even harder to stay away from. And finally, I have my way 6, which is prayer and reading the Bible. They're almost the exact same. They go hand in hand. Can't have one without the other. Without them, we have no way of talking to God and no way of navigating our way through life. Because I can guarantee 99.9% of the problems you're going to have in your life, the answer will be found somewhere in the Bible. So each morning, instead of waking up and doing whatever, maybe take a few minutes to read and study a verse or two. It could be as little as just the one verse that you just want to take a little bit, maybe 5 minutes of your time to study for in the morning. I'm sure Travis studies daily. I'm sure Eric studies daily as well as Matt. But how many of you all study daily? Even I don't study daily. Jay, I know you don't. Don't put your hand up. Anyway, even I don't study daily. But that is one thing that we all can get better at. And I understand sometimes life is just going to throw a curveball your way. You're going to be sick. You don't want to wake up. You really don't feel like opening your Bible app. But we need to fight through that feelings of not wanting to and open up, whether it's on your phone or as an actual Bible that you can hold. We need to read it as much as we can and talk to God as much as we can. Because doing that, we are denying ourselves of our worldly pleasures that maybe we would go to instead, and we are giving our time and our life up to God. Giving us the 4 words of deny yourself and follow Him.